Hello, my friends. How are you all doing today? We are off to a dreary start of the week here in South Alabama. I woke up, it's raining this morning, it's muggy outside, but it's all good. It was a good weekend, and we have some better weather coming this week. Thought I'd start today talking about calories and amounts on a plant-based diet. And I think that's where a lot of people need to start. A lot of people just don't seem to, that are doing this lifestyle, eating like this, don't seem to understand the food they're eating. They don't understand like amounts and calories and stuff like that. And I got thinking about this recently. I think I mentioned it in another video. I can show some food sometime, my bowls. I just had a bowl for lunch. And I can show a bowl, and I've seen this here and on Instagram, and nothing, it's not, I'm not like saying I had bad comments or rude comments. It was just people, same food. Some people saying like, oh my God, that's so much food. How do you eat that much food without gaining weight? And then on the same bowl of food, I'll have somebody go like, oh, how can you, are you satisfied with this? How would you be satisfied with this? And it just makes me think that a lot of people just can't eyeball and know roughly how much, number one, how much food they need in their body. And number two, how much calories there are in a specific amount of food. Now, I've never used Chronometer, although if you struggle with amounts and you really want to know where you are, I highly advise using it. It's free online. As far as I know, I don't know. Like I say, I've never used it. But just through the years, I've just kind of like become very acquainted with my food, and I know simple values. I mean, and I don't mean exact, and I'm not sitting here, adding things up and counting calories, but I know how many calories are in a lot of the things I eat. A banana. I know in a banana, it's about an average of 100 for a medium banana. Yes, some are going to be more, some are going to be less. But I think overall, if I'm eating 4, 5, 6 bananas, I can think of it as about 4, 5, 600 calories. Same thing with legumes, which I eat every day. Everything I eat, potatoes and stuff, like a sweet potato, I just kind of like I guesstimate on something like that, or I'll look it up. I'll Google sometime. And just to, throughout eating like this through these years, I've just kind of come to find out what I need to eat. And I really don't even have to put that much thought into it, because it really comes down to, if you are feeding your body the things that it thrives on, you probably, and not overdoing it with, certain things like the fats and the oils and the things like that, you can pretty much eat. There's no limit. You don't ever need to be hungry. If you're hungry on this lifestyle, you're not doing it right, because I just eat. I eat all the time. I don't eat all the time. I have to be very careful. It's almost like being a lawyer when you have social media. Somebody will be saying, well, it's not healthy to be eating all the time. I'm just saying I eat when I'm hungry, and I'm never sitting around hungry and going, oh, I guess I shouldn't eat too many calories, this or that. So I would say get acquainted with your food. Know how much food you actually need. Get yourself a scale. So many people are like, oh, I don't care about the number, and I don't like, and some people actually are stressed out by getting on a scale. Don't quite get that one, but I have a scale. I've always had a scale, and I like to jump on my scale quite often, because I'd rather do that than weighing out food and getting all precise like that. And I just kind of got to know how much I need to be eating and what sustains my body weight and makes me feel good, just simply by jumping on the scale on a regular basis. And, with all the food that I eat, everything that you guys see here, some of the people thinking it's too little and I'm going to lose weight and blow away. And some people thinking, oh, you're going to gain weight. No, I stay right around the same. I'm right around 165. Sometimes I'll even just like play a little game and see, can I get dead on 165? Can I get it dead on 165 for 3 or 4 days? No other reason than just to goof around a little bit. But yeah, it's just like I say, if you will learn the things to feed yourself, you don't have to think about all this stuff. And a lot of times, and listen, I just got a comment the other day. This will be a good example. It may have been a bowl too, and it was something, I think it was something with the lentils. Anyhow, it had to do with legumes. And I ate a certain amount of legumes, and somebody in the comments asked me something about gaining weight. Aren't you worried, like, oh, the beans are going to make you gain weight? And I'm like, no, they're not going to make you gain weight. Beans are never going to make you gain weight. None of the stuff that we need to eat is going to make you gain weight. And if you're gaining weight, or if you're not, at the weight you want to be at, or if you're just not feeling right, or if you feel like you're overly full, you need to look at the things that you're eating, because it's not the beans, it's not rice, it's not sweet potatoes, it's not whatever, it's not the fruit. It's not a reasonable amount of, say, avocado, good fat. It is things that you're hanging on to in your diet. Like a lot of people just keep their little, well, I'm trying and I'm doing baby steps and I'm going to get rid of this. But I think it's kind of akin to, like, how people generally will say you'll gain weight if you eat fruit. Fruit will make you fat. Well, to a certain extent, that is true, and it's not true, because for people that are eating like a standard American diet and that are eating a lot of garbage and that are not eating well and are eating a lot of processed food and that are probably eating way too much fat, way too much saturated fat, yeah, fruit's got calories in it. Fruit's got a good bit of calories in it. If you start adding fruit on top of that, yeah, you might gain weight. But if you're having problems with your weight, it's not the good things in your diet. It's those culprits that you shouldn't be eating, that you're limiting yourself, that you're trying to stop. It's a lot of just that processed crap out there. So just so you at least know how much you should be eating, the calories you should be getting in, learn about your food, learn what's in there, track your food for a while. And if if you find out you're eating too much in the way of calories, don't go berserk and try to cut it drastically to where you're going to be uncomfortable with it. Like I do that sometimes. Since I hop on the scale every once in a while, maybe I get out of pocket, or I've eaten this or that, and I'm starting to feel a little bit not quite like I like to feel all the time. I hop on the scale, I just drop back, I pull back a little bit, until I feel good again. And it's usually 2 or 3 days. I eat maybe 2 or 3 bananas less during the day. I cut this here, cut that there. But you can just kind of tweak your way to it. But once again, you have to kind of take a little time. And I do realize that since I live by myself, I don't have to interact with a lot of people, that I have time to really understand my food and pay attention to what I'm eating. But like I say, write it down. If you're struggling, write it down. And, with just the littlest bit, you should be able, within a couple or 3 weeks of just actual effort, you should be able to figure out how many calories, how much food you should be. But it should get to a point where you don't even have to really think about calories. You just know a volume of food that you should be eating. So get acquainted with your food. That would be my recommendation for today. But anyhow, just kind of rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll be back here soon with some more good food for you. Peace.